In this episode, we're going to do a little something different. We're going to compare the Tequila Ocho Continental Cognac Aged Tequila to El Tesoro Paradiso and see what their differences are and how they're like right here on the Tequila Hombre. Coming up next. Welcome to this special episode of the Tequila Hombre, where today we're going to be comparing the new Ocho Barrel Select Continental Cognac Aged to El Tesoro Paradiso Extra Anejo. There's some big differences between the two of them on how they're made and how they're aged and stuff. But we want to see how the taste comparison is between the two of them. So it's going to be an interesting episode. So I hope you stick around and check it out. But first, if you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome to the channel. And if you love agave spirits like tequila and mezcal and stuff like I do, make sure you click the subscribe button below and click the bell next to it so you don't miss any future episodes. You can learn some of the new stuff that I'm learning and sharing with everybody here at the channel. Okay, so let's get into the comparison of these two tequilas. All right, before we get into the comparison, I do want to make a correction. On the last video that I did for the Tequila Ocho Barrel Selects, I'm not a rum and cognac guy, and so the information I got a little crossed up. The Maison Ferrand is actually the name of Alexandre Gabriel's company, so it was a collaboration with Ocho and Alexandre Gabriel and his company, Maison Ferrand. I want to thank the cognac and rum guys that corrected me on that and let me know. I'm learning just as much as everybody else is, so I appreciate the feedback and the correction, and I want to make sure I get the information correct for you guys. Also, in the last video that I did, I said the guy's name was Justin. It's Jake. So I corrected that in the comments there. I make mistakes. I'm human. Apologize. I try to get the stuff as correct as I can for you guys before I go live. I just get excited about the Ocho information I wanted to share with you and didn't get the information understood correctly, all right? All right, so let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the comparison of these two tequilas. All right, so comparing these two tequilas, there's going to be some differences between the two of them. First of all, in production-wise, Ocho, they use a roller mill to extract the sugars from the agave fibers, where El Tesoro, they use a tahona. So that's one of the differences in the processing. Now, in the aging, you're probably wondering, well, why are you going to be checking a 5-year aged against a 1-year aged? Well, the reason being is that El Tesoro had told me that the 5-year aged barrels that they're using are distressed barrels. They're heavily used, where the one they use for the Barrel Select are newer barrels. So there could be a difference in how the flavor is affected by them, where they could be similar in the fact that this is a more distressed barrel than this one was used in. So it's going to be kind of interesting to compare and also give you an idea that, hey, if you can't get the Continental because they're sold out now, they're hard to find in the stores, then maybe the Paradiso would be a good option for you. And it's about $20 more than what I paid for this one. This I paid $79 for, and this I can get for $99 on special. So it might be a good option where if you want to see what flavors were in this one, you can pick up the El Tesoro Paradiso. Both brands are excellent brands. Both of them are made by Carlos Camarena. So this should be a good comparison between the two. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the tasting portion and see what we get. All right, going up top to the pour cam, I will be using my usual Denver and Riley agave glasses. So we'll take the Paradiso and we'll pour it in one glass. Okay. And we'll take the Ocho. And pour it in the other glass. And And let's go up top and see what they look like in the glass. All right, we're back, and there is one more difference I forgot to tell you. The El Tesoro Paradiso is 40% alcohol, where the Tequila Ocho is 43.1% for the Continental expression. Okay, so let's take a look at them in the glass. We'll look at them side by side. So here's the Paradiso, here's the Ocho. So looking at them, they both coat the glass very nicely. Tears forming on the glass. Look, they're both going to have a nice viscous mouthfeel to it. You can see all the legs on the Paradiso there, and you can see them starting to form on the Ocho. Now color-wise, they're very similar, a tad bit darker on the Paradiso than on the Ocho, but not that big of a difference considering one sat in a barrel for 4 years longer than the other, although it is a distressed barrel. So those actually look pretty good. The color on them is like a light straw for the Ocho and a little closer to a light amber for the Paradiso. All right, so let's see what the difference is flavor-wise. So we'll do the Paradiso first. Let's look on the nose first. On the nose, definitely getting the cinnamony baking spices from the cooked agave. And it's got a nice sweet caramel, vanilla-ish kind of smell to it. A little bit of like maple syrup as well. It's a nice fruitiness to it. Like cherry, like a maraschino cherry type of sweet cherry. Smells really nice. So on the Ocho, definitely a lot more agave coming through on the nose on this. You get more of that cinnamon and baking spice is just blowing you away in your nose compared to this one. With light caramel and vanilla coming through. A little fruitiness in there as well. Both of them smell good. This one definitely you can pick up more of the barrel notes coming through on it for sure. All right, so let's do the Ocho first on the tasting. Beautiful cooked agave coming through. The nice fruitiness coming through, like citrus, definitely coming through on that. Some pepper. Nice caramel and vanilla, and almost like a maple syrup kind of a flavor as well. Very nice. I love this. I love all these expressions. If you couldn't tell from my other video that I did of the whole set. Really good. Light burn to it, not too bad at all. All right, so let's clean the palate real quick with some water. All right, let's see what we get from the Paradiso. Has a heavier mouthfeel to it. Definitely more buttery and viscous. It's got a little heavier burn to it, but picking up some beautiful flavors on this, like chocolate, cherry, caramel, vanilla, and I'm getting some of that cooked agave, the cinnamon and baking spices in the middle of that. A little bit of a fruitiness to it, like the cherry, definitely coming through. Let me try that again. A lot thicker on the mouthfeel. Definitely picking up, you're definitely picking up the cognac on this. But you're also getting that fruitiness, you're getting the caramel, a hint of butterscotch in there. Cherry, like sweet cherry coming through as well. God, there's so much going on in this, it's ridiculous. Definitely a lot bolder on the barrel influence on this. than on the other one. So I think the 5 years really makes a difference. There's a lot more complexity to the Paradiso as well. I still like them both. This is more of the Ochos for me is more of a lighter flavor profile where you get more of the cooked agave pronounced, more of the cinnamon and baking spices, where this is heavier on the barrel, and you get some beautiful notes from the barrel with the caramel and vanilla coming through, like a hint of butterscotch, some dark chocolate, and some cherry, and then you get some of the baking spices and the cinnamon from the cooked agave mixed in the middle of that. So beautifully done for both of them. But this is just a lot stronger on the agave. So there you go. There's differences, a comparison between the two. Definitely the 5 years makes a difference on the Paradiso, but still a good amount of barrel coming through with the cognac on the Ocho, but it's just not as pronounced as the Paradiso. Paradiso has always been one of my favorite extrañejos, and it still is. And this is one of my favorite añejos right now. So you can't lose with either of them. But if you're having a hard time finding the Ocho, don't hesitate to grab a Paradiso bottle and enjoy that. And I tell you, you'll love it. It's great. You can't beat it. All right, so there you go. If you guys have tried the two together, comment below. Let me know what you think. If you're a Paradiso fan, I'd love to hear what you think about Paradiso. If you've tried the Ocho Continental, I would love to hear what you think about the Ocho Continental. Don't forget to give me a like for the information I shared, and more importantly, don't forget to subscribe. I don't want you to miss out on any of the great videos coming up. We have another review coming up here shortly. We have some other great informational videos, and we're going to be introducing a new live stream coming up on the channel as well. So make sure you subscribe and you click that notified button, the bell button next to it, so you'll be notified when we start doing these live streams. They're going to be awesome. I don't want you to miss it. I want you there. I need you there. So make sure you subscribe. And until next time, like I always say, life is too short to drink bad tequila, so I'm drinking two really good ones. Salud.